Hey, Tilda. I was just wondering how all the packing is going on back home. I know that you have our little Marie with you, so I hope that you're not stressing yourself out too much with everything we need to do. Just do what you can for now, and I'll be sure to help out when I finally get back there.
Hey there, John. Things are actually going just fine, thanks. I'm just glad that your job has finally made up their mind about relocating you. It was like we were in limbo for a while there. But anyways, I'm glad that you're finally home after being away for so long. It'll be nice to get to spend some time with just you and Marie after all this time.
Well, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your doing all of that, although I am sorry that we're going to have to live in company housing for a while. I really didn't think that they were going to make up their minds so suddenly.
Well, I remember you first telling me that this might be happening about a year ago now, right? It's been a long time coming, if you ask me. It was really hard being so far away. I know you said you were going out to work at the company HQ on a trial basis, but then that turned into months and months. So I'm just glad that we'll all finally get to live together again.
Well, I'll be sure to say hi to your mom and all of that when I get there to help you pack.
Oh, you really are sweet, you know that? You're always thinking about my parents. I really do appreciate that.
Well, I was thinking that since it's been so long since I've been back home, it would be nice to go out and eat together sometime.
You would really want to do that while you're here? I can tell my mom and ask her what would be a good time for that.
Yeah, please do that. And make sure to let her know that even though we're going to be in company housing, it'll only be temporary.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, the pictures you sent me made it look like a fine place. It didn't seem all that old, and your company is barely charging you at all for rent, right?
Well, sure. But you know we're basically going to be living next to and around all of my coworkers, right? And that includes my boss. That is going to take some serious getting used to, I think.
Oh, that's right. You told me that most of the managers there don't live in the company housing, but that your manager likes not having to pay so much in rent.
Yeah, but anyways, it's probably just going to be a lot of single men living around us. A lot of the guys at the company are pretty young and unmarried. Typically, when they do get married, that's when they move out.
But that's okay. I really don't mind where we live as long as we're getting to live together again. And besides, I would rather we take out time looking for a good place to live rather than rush it.
I agree with you there. Better to scope out the scene here and see what the market is like. Hopefully it won't take all that long, though, and we can find a new place soon.
I hope so. Yeah. But since we've already signed the lease, we have a whole year to do this. I just hope that there are a few other families there and that maybe I can make friends with some of the other mothers around there.
Oh yeah, I forgot that your best friend moved pretty far away while I was out here working.
Yeah. So it really has been pretty lonely for me. I just hope that we can meet some nice people to become friends with is all. And that Marie can find some good friends her age as well. If we can do that, then I'll be happy.
Of course. I really hope that Marie doesn't hate having to live in a place like that. But I think there are a few other families and kids who live there. Maybe we can try inviting some of them over to eat.
You mean it? That would really mean a lot to me if we could try branching out and meeting new people. Maybe we can throw some kind of housewarming party or something like that to get to know the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. Let's see what we can figure out when we get there. I just hope that I can get off work at the usual time today is all.
I hope so too. Either way, good luck at work, John. And see you soon. Hey, John, are you there? I'm really sorry about this, but do you mind if we have something delivered for dinner?
Oh yeah, that's no problem at all. I don't mind if we do takeout or have something brought there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Today has just been so busy, and I haven't had any time to cook at all today.
Well, don't worry about it. It's fine to eat out every now and then, right? I have no problem with that.
But the day, you know, Tom who lives near us, right?
Oh yeah. You were telling me that you were going to try hanging out with his wife soon, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was only asking because they left their son Sam at our house and asked me to keep an eye on him.
Oh, really? So you're looking after their kid right now, then? Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently, Tom's wife got really sick all of a sudden and had to go see a doctor this morning. I just happened to run into her later when she was coming back home from the doctor, and she really didn't look good at all. So I told her that if she wanted me to, I could look after Sam so that she could get some rest and try to feel better.
Tilda, you really are too nice sometimes. Do you know that? I bet that Eric's wife really appreciated that.
But just don't tell Eric that I did this for her, okay? I guess that he's kind of picky about who his kid is left with. So let's just keep this a secret, okay? And you don't need to mention any of this to his wife at all either. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. But I guess that means you're looking after 2 kids right now, right? That can't be easy. That was really nice of you to offer to do that, though.
Yeah, it isn't easy and I'm already getting pretty tired. Besides, I'm only used to dealing with a little girl and Marie is always so quiet. But Sam is just like a little ball of energy, and he gets so rough when he plays. That's actually exactly why I offered to look after him in the first place.
Oh, well, that would explain why Eric is always going on about how tired he is after playing with his son.
Well, now you know. Although he really is a cute little kid. To be honest, looking after him is kind of making me want to have a second kid.
Well, Marie is already 3 years old, so I suppose if we wanted to have a second kid, now would be the time.
But maybe we should wait until next year when we've moved out of the company housing and have a place of our own. After all, I just really don't think that I would want to deal with moving and packing and unpacking, all while being pregnant on top of that.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. That would be a ton of stuff to juggle all at once.
So let's just try and see what we can make happen for next year. Besides, I think it would do Marie some good to have a sibling to look after. I just want Marie to come out of her shell just a little bit more so that it would be easier for her to make friends once we've moved.
Well, how is she doing with Sam? I mean, the 2 of them are there with you right now, right?
Yeah, they are. But I guess you could say that they just have different playstyles. Anyway, they're not playing together right now.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess Marie has always been more on the shy side after all. I mean, when we're together, she clings to me as if I'm about to disappear or something. It's like she doesn't want to go anywhere unless she's holding my hand or something like that. I asked her once why she didn't want to try doing more things by herself, but she never gave me an answer.
I wonder if we're not just giving her enough chances to go and meet other people. I mean, Sam's parents try and take him to the park so he can be around more kids. But even when we have tried to get her to socialize more, she just doesn't really seem to want to interact with other children.
Well, either way, just make sure to take care of Sam while he's over there with you.
Oh yeah, of course. Who knows? Maybe if I try playing with Larry, then Marie will want to play with us both. I'm sure whatever is going on with our daughter, it's just a phase.
I certainly hope so. After all, I feel like we do our best to give her enough attention and make her feel loved. But that's the thing about kids, right? You can never really know what's going on in their heads. I just hope that she doesn't feel lonely, or like she needs something that we just haven't picked up on.
That's a good point. Yeah. And it really doesn't help since she's so shy as well. I really do wish that she would open up to us more often. But I'm glad that we're on the same page about this. Thanks for talking to me about this, John.
Yeah, of course. We just have to be patient with our shy daughter and give her all the time she needs to come out of her shell. But just don't blame yourself for this. After all, we're both her parents.
Thanks again, John. That really does mean a lot. Anyways, I'm going to put in our orders for dinner right now. Is there anything that you were feeling for tonight?
Nah, not really. I'm pretty open to anything. If there's anything Marie wants, let's go with that.
Sounds good then. I hope you finish up work soon enough so that you can come back home.
Hey, John. I was just wondering if now was a good time. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Oh, hey, Eric. Yeah, of course. What's up? How is your wife doing? I heard that she wasn't feeling so good. Oh, yeah? I'm sure that you care so much about how my wife is doing right now. You got some nerve asking that. Wait, what? Hold on. Where's all this coming from? Are you upset with me right now? Of course I am. After all, it's you and your wife's fault that my wife is sick in the first place. You have got to stop leaving your kid at my house all the time. It is seriously getting ridiculous. You are taking advantage of my wife way too much with this. If you keep this up, I just might have to say something to the company, okay? Hold on a second. I'm really confused right now. What do you mean, leaving our kid at your house? Has that been happening? Because if so, this is really the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. You mean you've really had no idea that my wife was taking care of your daughter? Well, yes, if I'm being honest. And of course it would be way too much if your wife was taking in Marie every day. But just the other day, my wife was telling me how she was watching Sam for you guys. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me at all, because I know for a fact that hasn't happened even once. Wait, what? Are you serious? But my wife said that she wanted to take Sam off your hands. She told me that she was babysitting your son until late into the evening. And I'm telling you that isn't what happened. What has been happening is that your wife has been having us look after Marie every single day. She just keeps coming over and asking my wife to take care of her since she's already watching over her own kid. And my poor wife is too reserved to tell her no. But she was always telling me that you were the one asking her to go and do this, and that you insisted it be my family since you're higher up in the company than me. Did she really say all of that? Eric, I'm so sorry about this. I don't even know where to start on any of this. Look, I really don't want to get into any of your business, but I think that your wife has been lying to you about the kind of person that she really is. And just what do you mean by that? I mean that she acts one way in front of you and a complete different way around other people. I've heard a few of the conversation our wives have together. It's usually just your wife bearing down on mine until she gives in and does whatever she wants. I am so sorry about that. I really just don't even know what to say to all of this right now. But I promise that I'll go to your house soon and apologize to your wife in person. I really had no idea that she had been looking after my daughter. I'm sorry about all of this. She pretty much comes over and does this every time that you would be out of the house. I thought it was weird enough the first time, but then she's just coming back over and over again. I really don't think that my wife can take much more of this. She's already really sick, you know. So I've heard. I really just don't know what else to say, but I'm sorry and I'm going to try and make this right. It sounds to me like you need to talk to your wife about this first. In fact, I have a few theories about what might be going on. What do you mean by that? What kind of theories do you mean? Well, I can tell you, but I don't think that you're going to like it one bit. It's okay. Whatever is going on, I want to get to the bottom of it right away. Besides, you guys are the ones that have been having to go through this so much. I really had no idea that any of this was going on. I really hope that you believe me when I say that. All right then. I guess I'll tell you. I think that your wife might be seeing another man. What do you mean by that? I think you know what I mean, but think about it. Why else would she be looking for a babysitter every single day? She always leaves the building right after dropping Marie off here. Of course, I don't have any proof of what I'm saying. It's not like I've investigated this or anything, but I just can't guess what else it would be. I really am sorry to be the one to have to tell you all of this about your wife, though, but I think you might want to try looking into her. But if I don't say anything right now, then Tilda's going to keep using your wife over and over again, right? Well, my sister-in-law is going to be coming to visit us from tomorrow, so that should give you some time to look into this. I just hope that you can get to the bottom of this. But I guess it could be worse. At least Marie is really well behaved. I really had no idea things were this bad. I'm so sorry this has been going on for so long. It isn't your fault. I can tell from your reaction that you really had no idea any of this was happening. I'm sorry I threatened to take this up the chain of command. No, you were right to do that, of course. If I was in your position, I would probably do the same. So, thank you for coming to me about this before going anywhere else. I hope it's not too much to ask for a few days to look into this. That should be fine, I think. But are you feeling okay after hearing all this? I'll be fine. Now that I know what's going on, I just want to get everything out in the open and understand what's really driving all of this. Hey, Tilda. What are you up to right now?
Oh, hey, John. Not much at the moment. Just making some food for Marie is all.
I don't think that's what you're doing right now, actually.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean, that I'm at home right now. So, do you care to try and think of something else?
Okay, you caught me. I'm not actually cooking. I just went out to a restaurant is all.
Oh, yeah? And which restaurant might that be?
I, had to drive to the next town over, actually. Because of the shopping that I also have to do here. Lunch and shopping in the next town over. That's what I'm doing.
Can you please just stop lying to me, Tilda?
You're right. I'm sorry. I know that we had just food delivered the other day. I realize I might be spending a bit too much money on eating out lately.
This isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you've been leaving Marie with Eric's wife for weeks now.
What? I really don't have any idea what you could mean by that at all.
It's over, Tilda. I already know everything.
I'm sorry, John. I was so tired of looking after Marie, and I had to do it on my own while you were away. I just wanted some time to myself, and that's why I was looking for someone to watch Marie.
And that's the reason why you've been leaving our daughter at someone else's house all this time?
That's right. I really am sorry about all of this.
Because I don't think it's that you just wanted to have some time to yourself is all.
Well then, what do you think has been going on here?
I mean that you're cheating on me, and I know it. I've been looking into you these past few days. You've been dropping Marie off so that you can go and be with this other man of yours. And you've even been bringing this bum into our place. What's the matter with you, huh?
No, you don't understand. It's not what you think. He's just helping me with my work is all. Because I started a job recently. It's an online job, and he's just from the company trying to show me the ropes.
Oh, please. Do you really think I'm going to buy a single word of that? I have photos of you two walking around town holding hands. Not to mention plenty of other proof that you two have been doing much more than just holding hands. I want a divorce.
Wait, John. You don't get it. Please. I was just so lonely.
You know that I was going to be coming home and that we'd be together soon.
I know, but I was going to break up with this guy anyways. I really was planning to do it sometime this year.
No. Don't let me get in the way of the two of you. You can be with him for as long as you want.
Please, John, you're not listening to me. You don't get it. I really was going to end things.
And now you don't have to. Isn't that just great for you two? You know, there might have been some ways I could overlook something like this. But the fact is, you've been seeing this guy for a long time now. And you've been using my name to force Eric's wife to take care of Marie. If anything, that's what I'm most upset about. It wasn't just one lie you told me. There were several.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll tell him that we're through right now. Just please don't say that you want to divorce me. You know that you and Marie are my whole world. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you both. I really am being honest.
I think if we really mattered all that much to you in the first place, that you wouldn't have cheated on me. And how can you say that you care about Marie when you were handing her off to someone else to watch so that you can go and betray our family? You aren't the woman I married. She was sweet, honest, and caring. She wasn't some cheating liar who manipulated everyone around here. Or was this whole thing just some elaborate joke that I was always the butt of?
It isn't like that at all. You have to believe me. I've always loved you so much.
Well, you sure do have a funny way of showing that love. You know that? Here, I thought you were really worried about Marie, telling me that you were watching her behavior, but you weren't even really with her.
I'm sorry for tricking you. I really am. It's not what I wanted to do, but I just got carried away.
Save it. This conversation is over. I've made up my mind, and you and I are through. After that, I hired a lawyer and began the divorce process. I even hired a private investigator to look further into Tilda, and he found plenty more examples of her cheating in our old hometown as well. Tilda begged me to forgive her, saying that she was just lonely, and that's why she did what she did. I refused to listen to her, and even her parents encouraged us to split up. I sued her and her partner for their infidelity, and then asked my company to give her an eviction notice from the unit. Tilda couldn't even go back to her parents since they refused to host her. I have no idea what she's doing now, and I really don't care. After our last text conversation, I apologized in person to Eric and his wife for all that Tilda had done. They were very kind and forgave me. It actually turned out that Marie and Sam get along really well. I was so glad that at least my daughter had gained a friend after all of this. As for me, it's tough getting used to the single father life, but I have to say that my job has been very supportive, and I'm learning to make things work.